Hello beautiful people. As you might be able to see, I'm actually in my car at the moment, and it's just Sunday evening, and I've not wanted to really leave my house much over the weekend. I've been doing some really deep integrating work and then I just felt like I really wanted to go to the beach, and I just found this really beautiful place just to watch the sunset. I'll just see if I can show it to you. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not through my car's a bit dirty. But yeah, just beautiful sunset. It's amazing. And what I want to talk about today is shadow integration and integrating our dark side and all of our drama and all of the things that are coming up to be released. And I'm sure you can probably tell that I'm exhausted because I've been working through some really deep stuff. It's just been crazy the last few days. Like, I've been dealing with like different issues every day, and sometimes 2 or 3 things a day. So I'll be like, as I did my video a few days ago about the divine feminine, and I was really feeling that power, and then the next day or that evening I just feel like, okay, I've dealt with the warrior side of being the divine feminine. I'm kind of bored of that now. I don't want to go too over the top and go into the arrogant side of it. I just want to get as far as I need to go to feel it. And now I'm going to work on that soft divine feminine connection with God and the sacred, which is what I was doing last night. And I did this really beautiful, powerful meditation. I just felt in those moments that you're completely vulnerable and opened up and unravelled, and you're just connected with all that is, and that feeling of sacredness is just so incredibly beautiful. Just suddenly feeling how incredibly powerful we are. It's amazing. It's scary, the responsibility that we have, but it's really amazing. And then today I just felt just kept hearing the words just shadow integration, and I just felt like I needed to just sit there and just listen to music. And I've been really nostalgic the last few days and bringing up lots of memories from when I was younger, and nostalgic music that I used to listen to, and then on top of that as well, loads of like past life issues coming up, and really having images of the darkness of the biggest fears of the divine masculine and divine feminine, and how we can support each other, and how we can be completely unravelled and completely let go of all that no longer serves us, to be able to really rise back up again into all that we are, and to completely forgive ourselves and each other for all of the times that we felt that we failed each other, but really we never failed each other, because we were always teaching ourselves these amazing lessons that we can then bring back to each other and teach each other. It sounds so random, doesn't it? It makes sense in my head. And for me it was the divine feminine's biggest issue is the or at least for me, I know, is numbing the pain down and pretending that it doesn't matter, and closing our hearts off to each other. And obviously that came up very quickly in my life as physical numbness of my body, so my body couldn't be more obvious, which is good, isn't it? It's teaching me lessons so quickly in this lifetime that I can integrate lifetimes of not listening to myself and actually begin to let those issues go and make new choices and new decisions and honour who I am. And then I felt that the divine masculine, I was getting some, like I've had some like lovely kind of past life memories and things coming up, but now I was starting to get a few little tiny glimpses of the pain. And what was coming up was that the divine masculine was afraid of opening their heart and then losing that person that they open their heart to. And that's not just being needy and worrying that they're going to be left. It's actually fear of death and fear of violence and not being able to protect the ones that they love and stuff. So it was quite powerful being honoured to be able to feel that fear and to stand in that power and to say, I see you in all of your glory, and actually I'm not afraid of that, and I can help you heal that. Now that we can be so honest with ourselves and each other, and to say this is my biggest fear, and sometimes our biggest fear is letting the others know what we fear. So in complete honesty and vulnerability, we're able to actually see that things aren't as scary as they are. And even if it seems traumatic from past lives where it has gone quite wrong, it's being able to see that this is a new age and a new dawn, and it's a new time to make different decisions and different choices. Yeah, so God, it's been really, really, really deep. It's just, I just never knew that this path would take me this deep, and it's just so beautiful. And it's such an honour to be able to see some of the real darkness and be able to heal it for all of humanity, really. So if you I don't know if I'm going to upload this video or not. I'll see how I feel later, but I think it's important for us to really own that sadness, because it's not that we're getting lost in it, it's that by letting it rise within us, we're finally seeing it and being able to really release it and to move on. And in that moving on, the new age that we're creating is just going to be so incredibly beautiful, because when I've been connected with the sacred and the divine, and all of this amazing synchronicities coming to me, and these amazing soul family members coming back to me, just people adding me on Facebook and showing up in my life, that suddenly it's like, oh yeah, I recognise you. It's just so incredibly exciting, and I'm just so honoured to be a part of it. It's amazing. That just immense power is just overwhelming. So let's not forget to breathe. And funnily, actually, I was saying that the last few days, I keep seeing people, like my soul family, soul tribe, that I keep seeing people who are like parallel lives, like carbon copies of each other. So I know three guys that I've met, and all of them look so similar to each other, and they're pretty much living really similar lives to each other as well. So it's quite funny. It's like across the world there are these little carbon copies of each other that are all living similar lives that must be connected in some way and teaching each other lessons, so the sum of their lessons are all coming together. So I wonder if there are little parallel me's out there living their little parallel me lives. It's quite exciting. And one last thing before I go is just to remember to really, really self-nurture yourself, and not to just get completely stuck in the ethers, because as I said, this kind of awakening has been so incredibly fast for me, and to think how far I've come in 4 months, it's like I'm almost a different person entirely, but yet I'm more who I am than I've ever been, and within that we're learning so many lessons that maybe we'd learn one lesson in a lifetime and that would be it, but now we're learning lessons every day. We're just speeding it up to the point where time doesn't even exist anymore, because it's just this now moment, and in every now moment you just take what comes and you just release it or integrate it or bless it with gratitude. But within that, obviously, we're still living these 3D lives with these bodies, and we need to remember to self-nurture and to get enough sleep and to honour ourselves. So you have to really listen to what your body's telling you. And I have quite a lot of baths and go for walks in nature. I was meant to go for a walk in nature this weekend, and I just I wasn't feeling up to it because I was just doing so much really, really deep work internally that I just felt like I needed to just sit there and just be and just let myself unravel and fall apart completely, knowing that I didn't reintegrate once all of that had finished. But then I went to stand up and walk across the room to put some incense on or something like that, and I absolutely stubbed my toe, just full on smacked it against the bed, and I was just full on crying my eyes out on the floor. It was so painful. It still hurts today. I don't know if it's possible to break your little toe, but it was quite intense, and it kind of felt like my body was just saying, like, whack. It's just like, wake up, pay attention to me. It was like, stop fucking ignoring me, I need your attention. So I was like, yeah, thanks body, thanks for that. I still know you're there because the pain is excruciating. So yeah, that was quite an emotional and crazy video, and I hope that that helps you, because I'm sure that, like, other people have been contacting me the last few days as well and saying that they're doing really deep work and just feel completely unravelled and vulnerable and like they're falling apart. And the beautiful thing is that we're here to support each other through that and to say, yeah, I'm feeling fucking shit as well. And just own it, just be it, just be the warrior and work through it and be vulnerable. Let go of being the victim and just completely own and be responsible for who you are in all that you are, and see the beauty in the chaos, because once that chaos has settled, once you've worked through it and it's been released, all that is left is just you in the pure perfection of all that you are, and that is just so incredibly beautiful and powerful. So yeah, I'm here for you if you ever need support. I'm here for you in prayer and in thought, and you're all welcome to contact me if you need some advice and some loving. But obviously I would also direct you back to yourself and say to find your own power and your own inner core, because you're far more powerful than you think you are, and you can deal with a lot more than you think you can. And by owning all that you are, it's just such a beautiful, amazing feeling. So I'm going to end it there, because otherwise I'll just carry on jabbering on like I did the other day. But yeah, one last thing is just that's coming to me is to be really humble and to know that you're not in control, like your ego's not in control. And when you're in selfless connection with the divine and the beauty of all that is, you just realise how insignificant and important you are. So when you feel yourself getting a little bit too serious and thinking how incredibly important it is for me to do things a certain way or this and that, do things in a certain timing, just take a step back and just feel the connection with the divine in your heart, and just know that in this moment you can just be, even for just a few minutes. You just shut your eyes and you just be, and you feel that immense vibration of all that you are, and then suddenly you just feel like, oh, I'm home again, I'm home. And then in being home, you then taps back into your intuition, and you're ready to take the next step forwards. And we shall see where the next step takes us. Thank you. And I think we should just take a few more deep breaths together. Namaste, beautiful beings. And I'll just show you the sunset one last time because it looks absolutely stunningly beautiful. And I'm going to go have a little walk on the beach now, and I'm just going to be with all that is. Lots of love.